Good morning. It is day 161, and today we're going to be reviewing how to tell time on a clock. So, before we dive into the steps, let's just review a couple of important things about clocks. So, there are 24 hours in a day, and on a clock, those hours restart after we count up to 12. There are 60 minutes in an hour. On a clock, each minute is marked by this little tick mark, and then every 5 minutes we see a large number. The large numbers remind us that we can count by fives to find out what the minute hand is pointing to. Um, when we're telling time on a clock, these are the following steps. First thing we are going to do is label the numbers, skip counting by five. The next thing we're going to do is circle the hour hand and draw a line through it, and then decide if it's pointing straight to the number, that's that hour, or if it's between two numbers, then we have to lean back and take the smaller number. The third step is to then circle the minute hand, draw a line through that, and then decide what number that minute hand is pointing to. It could be pointing to one of the bigger numbers, which we can use by skip counting by fives, or it could be pointing to one of the smaller tick marks or dashes. Then we combine the number we got from the hour with the number we got from the minute to write the time on the clock. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So it says, find the time on this clock. I'm going to use my criteria for success to make sure that I'm answering every question correctly. So the first step is to label the numbers by skip counting by fives. So start up here, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then this is 0 because at 12 the minutes start over again. Okay, so cross that out. It says circle the hour hand and draw a line between, or draw a line through the clock. The hour hand is the short hand, so I'm going to draw a line through this hour hand. So it's not exactly on the 2, so if it's not on the 2, then I have to choose the number that it's between. It's between 2 and 3. I'm going to lean back and choose the 2. So the hour is 2. So I'm just going to write that the hour is 2. And I cannot forget my 2 dots to show that we are telling time. Then it says to circle the minute hand, draw a line through. So this is the minute hand, draw a line straight through. The minute hand is going straight through that 5th dash mark, which is minute 5. So I'm going to write that 5 minutes. So my time is 2:05. And if I look at the clock, it's pointing between the 2 and the 3. So I take the 2 and it's pointing right at the 1, which is counted as 5 minutes. This clock's time is 2:05. Another example. First criteria for success, the first thing I do is to label. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and this is 0 because back at 0 or back at 12, we start over at 0. Cool, so I labeled, I can cross that out. The next step is to start with the hour hand. The hour hand is the short hand. I'm going to draw right through. That hour hand is between the 6 and the 7. So if it's between two numbers, I lean back and take the smaller number. So I'm going to take the 6 as the hour. I'm going to write that, and I cannot forget to write my 2 dots. The minute hand, draw a line through the minute hand, which is the long hand. If I look, it's between 30, 31, 32, 33. And I say 33 because The smaller tick marks, I count by ones. If I started here at the 6, which represents 30, then I count 31, 32, 33. So I'm going to write the minute as being 33. So the total time on this clock is 6:33. Let's do another example together. First thing I do is label. Starting at the 1, counting by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 0 because we start over. Now I'm going to start with the hour hand, which is the shorthand, and draw my line. The hour hand is between 4 and 5, so I need to lean back, take the smaller number. The hour is 4. Now we go to the minute hand. The minute hand is the long hand. Draw my line. It's going right through that 7. That 7 represents 35 minutes. So I'm going to write 35. Combine the hour and the minute. The time is 4:35 on this clock. Notice how it's the same strategy over and over. Follow the criteria for success to find the time. What am I going to do first? Yep, I'm going to label the clock. Starting at the 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, back at 0. The minutes start over at 12. The next step is to draw my line through the hour hand. Ooh, that was a terrible line. There we go. My hour hand is between the 1 and 2, so I'm going to lean back and take the smaller number, which is the 1. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the minute hand. Draw my line through. The minute hand is not pointing exactly on one of the big numbers. So I'm going to start here at this 8, which is 40, and then count by ones, 41, 42, 43, 44. So this minute hand is pointing to the 44. Okay. So now I'm going to combine the hour, which was 1, with the minute, which was 44, and write my time of 1:44. So this clock is 1:44. Notice how for every question we use the criteria for success to make sure we were following the steps correctly. That is what you are going to do to answer these next set of questions where you need to find the time on these clocks. Please, scholars, make sure that you are actually going through and using the criteria for success to help you. Once you're done practicing, you are going to take those same skills to complete your exit ticket questions, where you will have to, again, find the time listed on the clocks. Please, 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 please use your criteria for success before you just start clicking answers. The criteria for success is there to make sure that you're completing the steps in the correct order so that you don't have to guess. All right, good luck.